Be with you in 1 second. I've even got an intro ready to read today. I've even got an intro. Hold on, we're just waiting for Sian to join. We need the bestie in the house to have zesty chats with your bestie. Because otherwise... Thank you, darling. Sorry, Macy's saying my hair looks so bright. I'm having to... So what I have to remember is that this live is going to be used to make a YouTube video, which is the podcast. So whenever I read a comment, I need to read it out loud before I respond to it. Otherwise, when you're watching on YouTube, you have no idea what's going on. So Macy's just said that my hair looks really bright, and Macy's my niece. But I've got 2 new lights today. I've got it all going on. Today I've got lighting. I've even got a whiteboard over here with like plans for the podcast. I've got an intro to read out. All I need is my co-host. Do you know, I really was hoping somebody would mention my parrot earrings. I really was. I wondered whether Sian will. We'll see whether Sian mentions it when she joins. If she joins. We just talked on the phone and she was like, yeah, I'll be there in a second. I feel like I should phone her. Shit. I'm gonna phone her. I'm so prepared, Macy, other than I don't have my bestie. I need my bestie in the house.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling. Should you be in the live watching?
All right, sorry.
Can you just apologise to the live?
Sorry, everybody.
Right, love you, bye. Love you, bye. We just spoke on the phone and she was like, yeah, I'll speak to you in a second. I'll see you in a second. And she just left me sitting here like a dweeb. I'm going to get really warm, so I'm going to... There she is. Hiya, love. Bear with me. Bear with. It's getting hot in here. There she is. There's my girl. All right. And I think I've actually even worked out how to do the invitation super quick. There she is. There's my girlie. Oh, we can't see you, Babs.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Sorry, I just got sidetracked is what happened.
Within seconds, we put the phone down. I was like, see you in a second. She was like, yeah, all right then, just go and grab your coffee. I grabbed my coffee and I was sat here like a mug. Wasn't I, guys? Like a mug on my own with no bestie to chat with. You know what I mean?
Okay, sorry. I forgot that I actually had to be on here is what happened. I was waiting for like a notification to pop through.
No, it's you. It's on you. You're the co-host. You know what I mean? You need to, like, it's on you.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody has already mentioned my earrings. I didn't know whether you were going to. Before we start, you can say something about them if you want.
I really can't see what they are.
I mean, just lie. Just say something pleasant.
So beautiful. Are they parrots?
They're parrots. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Oh my goodness, that's...
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I was just explaining to people how very organised I am today. So we've even got a whiteboard with information on it. Who is this girl? Right, so I'm going to do my little intro. This is going to seem so fake and contrived, but you know what? I'm going to get used to doing it, and then it's going to feel more... It'll roll off the tongue, won't it? Anyway, thanks all for being here, guys. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the podcast. Sorry, cancel that. I'm going to welcome you officially. Welcome to Zesty No, take 2. Welcome to Zesty Chats with your bestie. So this is a podcast that it feels like your group chat turned into audio. Every week, me, Nehanda, and my amazing bestie, Sian, sit down to discuss a usually quite a vague topic, but mostly we just sit and talk. So you can expect unfiltered opinions, spontaneous tangents, and all the chemistry of 2 people who know each other a little too well. So welcome. Thank you for being here. Today I have remembered to put it to 18 plus so we can say shit, tits, bugger, fuck, balls, and all the rest of it.
Well done. Shit, fuck, balls. Dick.
Dick? You just chuck a dick in there?
I chucked a dick in there.
Chucked a dick in there. Great start. So I've kind of been looking into like structure, which is for me, Nehanda, structure. But yeah, so I was going to start off with just a little intro, and I think obviously because it's been Christmas and New Year, it's probably there's enough has gone on. Did she just disappear mid?
I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was going to do that. I just needed to turn my brightness up because it's giving like drab vibes. Sorry.
Have you seen what I've got going on, Sian?
Well, the thing is, if I have my ring light on, you're going to see rings in my glasses.
Yeah.
So it's just not.
Have you thought about contacts?
Yeah, but listen.
I know, that was just to wind you up.
Wasn't it going to be like the next video we did? I would have makeup on and da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Discussed that, didn't we?
Around back in my pyjamas.
Hey. So yeah, it gives a little rundown of what. Well, so actually, we were going to do it every week, weren't we? But then we had a hiatus just because of weather and something else. I feel like
You were in
Christmas.
Scotland. Christmas.
Yeah. So anyway, we've had 3 weeks off.
Has it been 3 weeks?
Yeah. No, it's been 2 weeks. So this is our 3rd week back.
Right. Sorry, what are we breaking down? Christmas.
I don't know. How have you been? Like since the last podcast, which was the one we did about me and Sian talk so much that trying to pull out one conversation is really difficult. The last one was about.
Oh my God, what was it about?
I don't know. I think I was wearing a stripy red top. If that helps you.
Yeah, cosmetic surgery.
Cosmetic surgery. That was it. Yeah. So since then, gives a little. How's life?
Depression.
Only you could say that and then laugh like that afterwards. Like it was like, do you know what I mean? But
It is quite crazy. No, life has been. I mean, I feel like I've completely just left the social media world. What I did do though was make a promise to myself. I would have posted everything from Christmas by the end of 2025, and I did that.
You did do that.
I did. I was really proud of myself for that. Yeah, it's been a lot. Kids don't want to sleep. Christmas was good though.
The kids don't want to sleep though. Do you want to explain why? What's changed?
So the kids' bedroom's decorated. So they've got their own room. Well, they obviously had their own room before, but since having Shay, nothing's been done. So we've decorated the bedroom. They've got bunk beds. They started sleeping in their own room.
Remember, sorry, people might be viewing this for the first ever time. So who's Shay? Who's Shanae? I don't know. Never met them before.
Shanae is my 4-year-old, and Shay is 18 months old, 19 months old.
But he's cosplaying as a 4-year-old also because he's massive.
He literally looks like a 3-year-old. It's absolutely mental. So like sometimes I forget that. Yeah, it is a big transition, I suppose. But like obviously,
in those 2 weeks, Sean, you have. When I said how's it been, you're like, oh, depression. You've redecorated an entire children's bedroom whilst having 2 children, whilst hosting people for Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get that you may not have enjoyed it, but from my perspective, I can say you've been really busy. And yes, it's difficult at the moment because they're not sleeping because they're so used to the comfort of you. But
Shay was asleep for 20 to 9, so that's the earliest it's been.
He knew we were podcasting. I had to chat with him. When you went earlier, we were on the phone and you left the room and I said, Shay, here's a quick word. Me and your mum have got plans tonight for 9 o'clock. So if you could give her a 20-minute window also. And it's really good that you listened.
I didn't even have my phone in the room either. So I was like, it's got to be about 9 now. It's got to be. And then I came out and it was 22 and I was like, you on.
You on.
So what about you?
Thanks. I didn't know if you were going to ask. Yeah, no, I've had a great time the last 2 weeks. Wow. I'm always up and down. There's been downs, but there's been actual ups, which is good. And the studio is like actually finished. Oh, you haven't seen my headphones, have you?
What's your
just for anyone that doesn't know, I've set up this studio space in my old bedroom at my mum's house, and I've got a recording microphone, I've got production speakers, fancy pants Mac laptop. Then I kept forgetting my headphones, or I'd forget something, so I have splashed out £125 on these beauties. Look, and they've got like a curly wire so that you've got a lot more give.
They look profesh.
They feel professional. I was a bit intimidated by them when I first opened them. I did feel a bit.
Get it back in the box.
This is a lot. This is very professional. But yeah, so I feel, I guess, achieved, and I've got exciting things happening just around in life. So yeah, I feel good. Christmas. I spent my first ever Christmas on my own, which you know that, but these guys don't know that. But I have like a bit of a weird tradition / I'm really stubborn and I will not leave the house on Christmas Day. I shall not, will not, cannot, never will, never plan to leave the house on Christmas Day. But my little sister moved into a new house So they had a family Christmas at my little sister's house, and I was just staying at mine. But I really enjoyed it. I really had it's just
lady.
face masks and cooking. And then my best friend, that's obviously Sean's. If I ever say best friend, right, it's Sean is the best friend, right? And then you have best friends, do you know what I mean? But so one of my best friends, Ricky, who I haven't spoke to for a while, was just not having a great time. But he just randomly popped up out of the blue. So that was lovely. Spent time with a close friend and felt like an adult. Like, felt like a grown up. I did over Christmas. Like choosing how to spend my time. Do you know what I mean?
No, you really, yeah, you were doing adult things. It was lovely.
Living my best life there.
It was just like, walking around with like a face mask on, just making coffees. Oh, I'm just gonna get in the bath. Oh, okay then. Oh,
You can open presents too, like
just doing you were living your life. I loved it.
Really was. The snow could have come a week earlier.
It could have. And I'm really glad that I didn't actually get to make it round until like 4 days after Christmas.
No, I was sad. Sean was supposed to pop round on Christmas Day, and I had a feeling that it might not happen just because with the busyness. And my problem is with Sean is she doesn't prioritise herself. So what Sean would have loved, she would have loved to get out of the house for half an hour, but she wouldn't have made a big enough fuss of it in her own head. I think that's what I think happened.
Do you know what it is? It's like literally Shay wasn't going to sleep until like ridiculous times, and then I was just so exhausted. Like I don't think
you just walk out the door. You say, right, guys.
I honestly know Christmas Day I couldn't have even drove, pal. Like honestly, like my eyes were like they were like shutting. Like I was just, and I think you don't like realize until you are an adult and you are like hosting Christmas and you're cooking and you've got kids and. Actually, I'm not just sitting here waiting for my Christmas dinner anymore. Do you know what I mean?
That I never have though. I've cooked every Christmas dinner I've ever had.
That's crazy.
I was literally about to say apart from this year, but obviously I cooked it this year because I was the only person there. But yeah, no, I've never not cooked Christmas dinner ever.
It's crazy.
But that's why this year it was nice to there was no pressures or time schedules or anything. It was just I don't even have to have dinner if I don't want to. I did. Yeah. You know I love me some gammon.
Oh, too. I love gammon too.
Do you know, for some reason earlier I was imagining a dating profile, like me putting on a dating profile. In fact, I was putting my clothes away and I had loads of green tops and I thought I'd put on a dating profile. I like things that are green. And I thought, what other things would you put? Coffee, smoking weed, and gammon. Those were the things that I thought. Then I thought it'd be probably more normal to say bacon, so I thought maybe I'd say bacon instead of gammon. But the truth is gammon.
The thing is, though, yeah, that is the thing. It's the same, but not the same. Like
gammon bacon. Gammon. Yeah, no. It's the same taste, but it's not the same. You can't just be ripping that off the joint. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel like I have to keep reminding everyone as well that I do apologise if we're not responding to comments. It's just that this is more for like a podcast vibe. But please feel free to chat amongst yourself. We do usually have a host, but I am completely the most disorganised, and I didn't tell Zoe remotely that we were going live today. And also I should have put this on silent. So sorry, it's just my little brother asking what I want for dessert. I'm busy. Right. Back in the room. So yeah, I had a good time. Christmas was good. What would you rate it out of 10?
To be honest, I don't think I've ever had a Christmas day so stress free. So I feel like I'm going to put it at like a 8.5.
Nice.
I feel like there's always room for nothing's perfect.
Mine would have been a 10 if I was in love and spent it with a love.
Oh, babes.
Then it would have been a 10. Because there's always just that little bit of sadness, when that's not today's topic. We're not going into that. But like when you're single,
don't start us.
There's a little something missing. Do you know what I mean? Just that you're like, oh, I'm so happy. But imagine if you could turn someone and be like, how fun is this? Anyway,
how happy are we though? How happy?
But you know what? That segues quite nicely into today's topic, which is friendship goals.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? That segues very nicely. And I think it segues nicely because I honestly think you are as close. You're closer than any people have of filling that gap. Like, not many people have a best friend that is so close to filling the gap of romantic love. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. It's so true. It's so true. If only we could be lesbians, and we've talked about it. We've had the conversation. We've said, if we could, we would.
we'd like, literally for life, we'd be happy. Like, and the thing is with us, this is what I like about us. We're not unrealistic. Like, we know there's always things to be ironed out. Not always, but life's never going to be, oh, you've met someone and that's you guys for life. As our, do you know what I mean? Like, our history pretty much does show that it doesn't, things don't go like that. Do you know what I mean?
Bumps in the road.
Yeah, definitely. So I wanted to kind of like, the main reason for me starting this podcast, if you don't know, guys, is because I just think Sian is so I'm goosebumping myself. I think Sian's so fantastic. Like, so fantastic that I just want to share her with the world. I'm actually goosebumping, Sian. I just want to share her with the world because I feel so lucky and almost a bit selfish. Like, I think it's selfish of me to have such a fantastic best friend. And like, we're so secure in our relationship that I felt like we need to share this. This is such a lovely thing that I don't know, there's a lot of lonely people out there that, I don't know, I just thought Sian deserves to be showcased to the world. The world deserves Sian, basically. That's the way I look at it. So I wanted to tell like the story of how, because you don't really meet friends as adults, do you?
You don't. You don't.
You don't. Like, it's very not normal.
Yeah.
You know each other from kids, or I guess if you work together, that's another way of making a friend because you're forced to spend that time together and learn that you like each other.
True.
So yeah, so me and Sian have known each other now for, when's our anniversary? It is November the 5th, 2016. It's going to be our 10-year anniversary this year, pal.
Oh my God.
10 whole years.
10 years.
10 years since you were a little sickie. So, the story of me and Sian, I used to work in a restaurant, and it's a chain restaurant, and they asked me to move to another different site, and everything was completely different. It was a whole new group of people, and it was all very stressful as a manager. And there was this one girl working on the bar who looked like is that Zoe? Hey girl! Sorry, Zoe's just arrived. Hi Zoe. Sorry I didn't tell you we were going live. I'm rubbish. You know I'm rubbish. Well, the episode title today is no, that's the name of the podcast. It's friendship goals. Friendship goals. We're only just started on the topic. So yeah, there was this girl working there called Jess who she looks like a real life fairy. She's like a pixie. She had blue hair and just fantastic nails. And like, obviously I'm the manager, so I had to act and pretend to be like, hello. But one time this Jess had come in and I think honestly, this is how me and Jess connected. Her knuckles were all fucked up one shift, right? And she seemed so lovely and girly. And I was like, what's going on? Obviously she works on the bar as well, so she's very hands forward. And her knuckles were just like fucked up. I was like, sorry, what's happened to your hand? And I think she went to tell me a lie, and I like looked at her and she was like, yeah, I was scrapping. And I was like, you were scrapping? She doesn't look like the type if you meet her, innit?
She does not.
At all. But she very much is the type. Like, we all are. We're all the type. Everyone in that little friendship group at the time, we would all go if needed, wouldn't we? So anyway, I was working with Jess, really got on with Jess, and she kept going on about this friend called Sian. And do you know when someone's like, I've got this friend, you'll love them. Oh, you just love them. You just love them. And you just, like, the first time you think nothing of it, like you think, I hope you don't bring that up again because I don't like anyone. And then the next time they bring it up, and then by the fourth time, you're like, I actively dislike this person now. So before I met Sian, I'd got to the point where I've heard enough about her that, and you'll get on with her so much, you'll love her so much, that I was just anti by the point that I'd actually... So from your perspective, what was Jess saying about me? What impression or whatever?
To be honest, oh, you'll love her. You two will get on so well. You just, oh my God, you used to get on so well. It's literally the same thing. And I was just a bit like, oh my God, I don't need friends. Go away. Like,
me neither. I don't need friends. I'm busy, Jess.
Why are you taking me to somewhere new? I've got anxiety. I don't want to do that. Oh, just come on.
It's bonfire night.
Yeah, it was. And I feel like a couple of times she'd asked me before and I've been like, nah, I can't, or whatever. And then, yeah, it was bonfire night.
Bonfire night, and where I lived next to the restaurant that I worked in. It was like a cottage attached to the restaurant that I worked in. But I got on really well with all the staff, and we'd finished work by that point, hadn't we? Yeah. And everyone was in. I'm pretty sure everyone was in my room. There was like 10 of us. There was like 10 of us in this room. I knew everybody in the room apart from Sian. Sian knew no one. Sian was sitting there. The only person she knows is Jess. No, you knew Lindsay as well, didn't you?
No, I don't think I did know Lindsay then. I think you knew Lindsay before and I didn't.
Oh, bless your little heart.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my image of that night, right, this girl with red hair and big ass gold hoops in, little black beanie, and like I just had a new kitten, and my kitten shat on the bed that I'd bought her, and I just remember Sian looking, and I just thought, do you think you're too good to talk to people? Or like what? Like the vibe I got was like I'm just a bit better than you guys. That is the vibe that I picked up from her. And I thought, I didn't dislike her or hate her. I just thought, she's from Birmingham. I'm from Birmingham. She's a bit standoffish. Do you know what I mean? Like, poor Jess thought that this was going to be fucking fireworks. It's not. I don't think we spoke a word to each other, did we?
I don't think so.
No. So I didn't really think much of you. I just didn't really care, really. I just had a vague impression of you. But then we've had like a bonfire and done some fireworks, and obviously we're smoking a lot of weed, and you had a drink, didn't you? Or was it just the weed?
No, I think I was drinking wine as well.
Yeah, so she smoked and drank, and all I know was they'd left, and then Jess came back in and she's like, Sian's been sick outside. Sian's been sick outside, and she's really, really upset about it, and she's asking if you've got a mop and a bucket so that she can clean it up. And honestly, my heart melted. I was like, what, that girl that was out there that thought she was too good for us? Has she been sick? No, tell her no stress at all. Like, no stress. Did I clean it, or did you clean it? Who cleaned the stick?
I think you did clean it.
I think I cleaned it. So before we'd even become best friends, that do you know what I mean? That I earned what happened later on in the friendship, didn't I?
Well,
so before we'd even become best friends, I cleaned up her sick. But then we still didn't even become friends at that point. And she popped round to my house about 2 months after that, I think.
Yeah.
To come and pick up some weed that basically she didn't have any weed and the dealer wasn't around and whatever. So she's come round to pick up some weed off me, and it wasn't awkward, but it was just like, oh, hello. And then I offered her a cup of tea, and then honestly, we went from strangers to best friends in that moment, innit?
That's what we were like.
For like 4 to 6 hours, we sat and just literally poured every trauma you could ever imagine that's happened in my life. I just was like, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and Dad did this, and this happened, this happened, and my sister's like this, and this is what this is like, and my mum's a lesbian, and literally just poured everything out all at once, and
there we were.
We were literally, from that point, we were just, and I think both of us, we were both worried about Jess, weren't we? Like,
yeah, 100%. So like, yeah, we were just like, oh, don't want her to feel like she's not my best friend anymore.
Pushed out, or like,
yeah. But Jess was literally just like, no, guys, you're best friends. Like, once we had a bit of an argument because I was just being a drunk.
You were drunk. I was drunk. It was your fault, but we both continued the argument. It was a 9-seater taxi. Sian's birthday night out.
Chaos, disaster.
It went so tits up. That we were in the back of the car. Sian's shouting at her sister, or she's pissed off at her sister. And I can't even remember what I said. Something like, you don't leave your friends for a boy. That was what I said. You'd never leave your friends for a boy. And then Sian was like, well, what about you with your ex-boyfriend?
You know, wouldn't you? I
was like, I'm sorry. Are you bringing it? What's happening here? But yeah, we had it was the most uncomfortable argument ever. Not for me or for Sian. We were cool. Everyone else in the car.
Yeah, we were just like, and no.
People kept trying to smooth it out, and we were like, well, if you want to tell her that she needs...
Stop talking to me.
And it was the point that Jess literally just burst out crying. That was when we knew we were allowed to be best friends. We got the go-ahead. Not even allowed. We just didn't have to feel like any way about it. So literally we were all silent in the car, and Jess just went, I can't cope with you guys not speaking. You guys are best friends, please. I can't cope with this. The taxi driver must have been like, this is the girliest, most stupid taxi ride ever.
Pathetic. And then I was literally flip-flopping down the road chasing after her, being like, I'm really sorry.
Sian's only got little legs and I've got really long legs, and I knew she was behind me, but I was walking so big strides, and I could hear she'd bought them little flip-flops off the woman in the toilet that sells things, She bought them little flip flops. She was flip flopping behind me, going, "Just can we talk?" And when she said, "Can we talk?" I just stood still, and waited for her to catch up with me. And then literally, as soon as I looked in your eyes, and you went, "Sorry," we instantly made up.
Though, and that's the funny thing about life is I learn through experience with alcohol and friends and just being a little bitch and just being nasty with it. And I feel like loads of people can relate to that. Alcohol just makes you nasty with it, and it just can spurt things out.
I've never had that experience with alcohol. I've never said or done anything drunk that I wouldn't do sober. And I'm not being like, I've never done anything. I've never had the experience with alcohol where I've looked back and gone, oh, that happened because I was drunk. So do you think, like, do you know, like,
I think,
like, so go back to the taxi when we like, what was your intention behind saying it? What was your?
I don't even know, to be
Did you
honest.
think, oh, make her feel bad about something, or what's the thought process that goes on behind snapping at someone like that, drunk?
I don't know. Is it just like attack everyone that even tries to come in? Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Did you instantly feel bad?
Yeah.
Would you say on a day-to-day basis, do you reckon you're holding that shit in generally?
I don't like, not anymore, but I think I would have been holding things in before, yeah. So like it would have been like I would have just been whatever, just then and then just spiraling, drinking. Anyway,
I think if you were to drink now and get like drunk, do you think you would say things that you'd regret or?
No, I don't think so. I think when I was younger, I think I was just constantly like trying to people please. So I was like doing things or even probably like saying things that perhaps didn't actually even align with who I was, but I think I've always felt like I've needed to fit in, and that's from being moved out of an area and put in another area. So in order to fit in, you do and act how and whatever else is doing or whatever in the moment is. Do you know what I mean? So
I know exactly what you mean. We both had the exact same experience of moving from somewhere so culturally, like Birmingham's just Birmingham. It just is what it is. You can't even explain it unless you've lived there, unless you've grown up there. The feel of Birmingham is not the feel of, well, I moved to Lichfield. And did you move to Burntwood or?
Well, Norton, but I went to school in Burntwood.
Yeah. It's just such a different vibe, isn't it? And I literally was like, right, the person I was before is not going to fly at this school. And I just had to make a whole new persona. I
think like obviously I was myself to like certain degrees, but probably not all the time. And then sometimes because I was the person to kind of speak my mind, it would cause a problem. Do you know what I mean? Like, because then it's like it looks like you've always caused the argument if you speak truths that.
Yeah, and that was the thing with being from Birmingham, is everyone just thought you were a loudmouth. Like, well, that was everybody thought I was a loudmouth.
That moment prepared me for, you were 100% wrong, and I used to be the type of person that I just fucking wouldn't apologise. Make me.
Do you think you would have more long-term friends now if you were more able to own your behaviour before, or you just think life's gone how it's meant to have gone?
No, because I think I'm still friends with most of those people like that.
Sorry, I've just remembered being at the rave and you seeing... Yeah. Sian, I'm just telling them, Sian was a really angry young lady, right? And
the thing is, I nearly said her whole name. Not that I think she'd care, but it was just basically she was my best friend when I was a teenager, and yeah, some shit.
I've heard so many stories about this. Not even stories about this girl, just this. I've heard the story of this incident so many times because it was eating you up, wasn't it?
It was horrid, yeah, it was, yeah, of course it was.
Right, so what did you do? You've not told them what you did?
No.
Come on, it's 18 plus. What did you do?
Oh my goodness.
What did you do, Sian?
Not the same, is it, when you're just telling your best friend and now we're telling the world?
No, that's the whole point, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
basically, sometimes she was just the type of person that she would just like cause problems with people. And like, you know, just being drunk and whatever. And I get like, whatever, we've all been there. But I think I just had enough. And she was like causing problems with somebody. And then I just lost my shit at her. And then she wasn't listening to me. So I was like, you think you're going to walk away from me? Bearing in mind, I'm really drunk. And obviously, I am very intimidating. So it really must so I basically followed her into the toilet and she tried to shut the door behind me. So I was like, oh, you want to be locked in this cubicle, do you? And I literally shut the door behind us. And if you remember back in the day when Silks was open, they used to do like big bottles of Jack cider. And I was just shouting. I obviously can't remember at this point. Just shouting. And I remember I literally smashed the bottle and it went into, those like tiny little glass pieces, like all just like little bits of glass. And then I just strangled her.
It's so bad. Do you know, the thing is, I've done some shit. Like, I've done some shit out of anger.
I'm laughing because I'm embarrassed, and it is really embarrassing that you could treat anybody like that.
Are you still embarrassed though? Really? You've spoken to her. She.
No, I just think it's bug. I'm not. I just think, oh, good.
Like, what are you embarrassed of? You're the person you are because of the life you've lived. You're not sitting here like, yeah, fucking locked in the toilet and fucking. You're sat here, and it is funny because Sian strangled someone. Like, to me, that is like, if you strangled me,
people were trying to get in and everything, and then they were like banging on the door and everything of the cubicles. And then I remember, but no one was like, obviously no one was coming at me because I would have literally been like, get the fuck away from me, do not touch me, do not fucking talk to me. And then obviously the bouncers were like coming in and I was like, don't touch me, I'm fucking leaving.
See, but this I think is a good example of our friendship, like, because something like that's embarrassing, like, really, when you think about it, what's it like? What, it's just factual. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it did happen, and that
like, you factually strangled someone.
did, and I mean, obviously, like, I didn't apologise straight away, and people were telling me I was wrong. And the thing is, I knew it was wrong, but what happens with
and
me?
Is that the more embarrassing part? Is it more embarrassing that you wouldn't admit you were wrong than the actual incident? Do you think? Because to me, I would be more embarrassed as the years went past of not.
No, the reason why I wasn't admitting that I was wrong is because I was trying to say the reason that it happened. Do you see?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what the reason it happens is. You don't put your hands on someone.
It wasn't justified.
Mm-hmm.
But in my head, it would have been justified at that point in my life. Do you know what I mean?
And I think that is how you end up, like, feeling shame about things by justifying it, by justifying something that actually, if you turn around to yourself and go, do you know what, that was wrong. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you'll feel guilty about it because there's something you're lying to yourself about.
Yeah.
And that's the guilt coming in, being like, actually, you were wrong. You were wrong.
That moment in the taxi, I was wrong. What are you talking about? Shut up. That's not even what? Where are you coming from and what planet are you fucking on? Like, say sorry and shut up. Shut up.
Well, have you done anything like that since? Was that the last time you've been mean to any friends when you were drunk?
Yeah, probably haven't been that drunk since then.
Yeah, you have.
No, yeah, I have. I feel like I've just learned.
You learned from that moment that, you know what, it's no point because you just have to say sorry.
Yeah. I think it got to the point where it was just like, oh my goodness, right now, like, this is gonna stop. It's just silly.
Never forget the little flip-flopping after me. Little flip-flopping. Go on, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? And then you said sorry and I was like, all right then. Go on then.
But then, like, we've had some of the most bestest times out ever. Oh, yeah. We really have.
We have. Do you remember the rooftop party in London?
Yeah.
Do you remember the photos? And it was like we were having the most laugh ever and we looked really pretty. We both looked really pretty in that photo. I don't know who farted, but one of us had just farted and that's why we were laughing so hard. But the photo was like 10 out of 10. We were on a rooftop. We were like that.
Oh, we need to find that. We need to find that photo.
We do, because we look stunning and no one would have known. Obviously, people will know now because I have just told everybody that one of us farted and that's what was so funny. But
oh, it was brilliant. It really was brilliant.
Yeah, we had that one fallout that is forever just hilarious. I just always find it hilarious. Every time I think back on it, hilarious.
Since then, our nights out have been, the
best. Eventful. We just have eventful nights out, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We do. Do you remember that fight? And I was trying to chase that man down to give him his glasses back.
I feel like that was the same night. That was the same night. So this, oh my God, everything went so chaotic. We were out in London with this big group of girls that were all female rappers. And it was just, I performed on stage with Lisa Mafia. Remember Lisa Mafia, Sholarama. Like, it was quite a big night. Like, it was this, do you know what I mean? Like, rooftop party, like, Nehanda's performing. And then it was one of their birthdays and it all just went tits up. And then outside the club, every 3 steps we went, someone else in the group would have an argument with someone else on the street. But then there was this fight kicking off between these 2 men. And this man, he was really tall, do you remember?
He was really tall, yeah.
His McDonald's went flying. And Sian, honestly, she was like, "Is McDonald's?"
He was an innocent bystander in this. Like, he just got a fucking McDonald's. He probably just finished work. He was not.
He hadn't just finished work. He was a drunkard. 100.
Okay.
100. But no, he still didn't deserve to be. Anyway, his glasses got flung off. And I'm like, "Sian, the Uber is here." And she's like, "But his glasses." I'm like, "You don't know him. Leave his fucking glasses. He's in the middle of fucking zebra crossing. Stop it." And then Sian, no. She's like, "I have to get these glasses back to this man." She got them back to me. He wasn't even grateful. Do you remember?
He wasn't. But do you know what? As a glasses wearer, I just understand how, like, do you know what I mean? Sometimes I've actually lost my glasses when I was when I was a teenager. I was going to fight somebody, and I gave my glasses to someone.
How many fights have you had?
I haven't even had any fights.
You fought on people. You've been doing some fighting on some people, haven't you? Imagine if it ever got physical between us.
Oh my God, I think we'd just be like...
We'd grapple. We'd be on the floor grappling.
Oh, yeah. It would be so stupid.
One time I threw a bracelet at Sian. I can't even remember. Like, it was just like a joke throw. And it was just a bracelet. Like, honestly.
But what happened was, you know, when something really catches you sharp, it caught me so sharp, right? And it again, like, my body's reacting. I don't want to cry, but
anyway, she cried. I threw a bracelet at her, and honestly, I was looking at her, and I was like, are you crying? She was like, "Yeah, it really hurt. It really hurt."
Well, it did really hurt, and I did cry.
I did feel really bad, but also, I was like, "But it was just a bracelet." And you're like, "No, it caught me just here."
And do you know what? Nehanda's not the type of person that's, like, acting like she feels bad. She would just be like, "Are you all right?"
Oh, come on. That's probably what I was saying. Come on.
It's a bracelet. And I've just been like, no, it caught me sharp. Like, look, I'm bruised. No,
you weren't saying it, but you were like, "It caught me sharp." Yet you were really hurt. Like, you were wounded. Like, wounded. That's what you were, wounded.
I was wounded.
Wounded. Right, so this is my little talking points. So, what do you think is a green flag in a best friend that you would say that I nail?
Green flag in, right? Okay, for me is never sweetening the truth just in case it hurts my feelings. Like, never sweetening anything just in case it hurts my feelings. Really? No, do you know what?
Genuinely, yeah.
And I think actually I value that a lot in a friendship, because I also had a conversation with Lil, one of my best friends, and she was like, "Oh, I hope I haven't, like, upset you by," and I was like, honestly, this is why I'm friends with people like you, like because don't just not say something because you're scared about hurting my feelings, because it could be true. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather you be telling me
just a perspective. That's all I feel like. And I never worry about it either, because in my head, this person wouldn't be in my life if they didn't know that I've got their best interest at heart. Like, I only ever want good for you. So if I'm saying something that could be hurtful, in my head, the way I think about it is, she's probably thought this anyway. She probably would think it. All I'm doing is nudging her brain to look at this perspective. Like, I don't think ever that I just can't imagine thinking, "Oh, I hope she doesn't take that offensively," because I just think if she doesn't agree, she doesn't agree.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I just think, yeah, I think that's a green flag for me. Somebody that's not going to just lie to you to keep you happy.
Yeah.
What about you?
My green flag for you, I would say, is it kind of similar, but not like supporting me regardless of whether you agree with my decision. Like, obviously I'm talking about the ex-boyfriend situation in which I kept going back to fucking awful situation over and over again. Neither of us two were under any pretenses that it was anything other than fucking awful, but you never walked away from me. And not just that, I just mean like, you would just say to me, you would literally say, I don't think that's a very good idea, but if you want to do it, do it. And you don't just mean that. You mean, if you want to do it and it goes tits fucking up, I'll be right here and pick up the pieces with you. And that I would say is my green flag for you, is that you are very honest. Like, you won't just say, "Oh, that's a great idea." You'll be honest about it, because then when and if things do go tits up, it's not a case of "I told you so." Well, you can say, you know what I mean? I did tell you so. So how are we fixing it? Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah. So just your honesty, but willingness to be there for whatever the outcome is.
I think for me, that's about, to build a relationship with anyone, like especially a friendship, maybe not so, more like a
I don't think there is that much difference between a romantic relationship and a friendship. And that's what I think is so special about our relationship, me personally, is that we treat each other as carefully and especially as you would treat a significant other or a partner. Do you know what I mean? Like, I consider your feet, like, if I was going to move out the country, do you know what I mean? Like, most people would consider a boyfriend, or do you know what I mean? I'm not going to move out the country unless we're going together. But like, most people would be like, do you know what I mean? But you're like my, even, I'm not going to say if I get a boyfriend, when I get a boyfriend, when I meet the love of my life and we're happy living together, he needs to know that there's already, like, do you know what I mean? There's already,
we're here. I'm here.
A part filled of that. Do you know what I mean? That I would never choose anyone over you, because I know even if they're the love of my life, I know for a fact you are the one that's going to be there. Like, whatever happens, like, if my body needed cleaning before it got taken to my funeral, you would clean my body. I know that's nuts, but like, you would do anything. And I know a boyfriend specifically wouldn't. And that's how it actually sounds quite selfish, that the reason like you matter so much to me is because you do anything for me. But it works both ways. Like, I wouldn't ask you to do anything for me. Would I not know that I would do exactly the same for you?
Yeah. What I was going to say about oh my God, what was it? The friend thing.
Friend relationship.
Basically, like, for me, just because someone is making a decision that you don't agree with doesn't mean it's the right or wrong decision. Like, somebody is always going to choose what they want to do. Like, people used to say to me all the time, "Oh, why are you meeting him again?" Because I can, because I will, because I want to. And that is it. If you are going to, you're going to go, like, be, like, off with me because I'm meeting someone for me, you can't meet my needs like that. So why are you so fucking
Yeah.
cry about it? And fucking what? You're my friend and you should be there. That's my expectation. So if that's my expectation from my friend, even if they've said to me, "I'm never going back there, it's fucking," and they go back there the next day, I'm going to go, "Oh, you're a dickhead, but fine."
That's honestly what I love so much about our relationship. It's just like the pure honesty of it. Like, we'll just be like, "That's a really bad idea." But then if you don't say that, right? So if you're fake and someone comes with an idea that you don't think is a good idea, when it goes wrong, there's an awkwardness between you.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you'll start saying things like, "Yeah, I did think it, and maybe."
It's like another thing. This is what I don't like. Right. This is what I don't like about some friends. And this is where I cannot deal, right? Is when you're in a friend group and someone goes, "Oh, so-and-so said this about you, but don't tell him it came from me." Right, no, bitch. I'm going to tell that person straight it came from you, and then you're going to, you're not going to
be... say that there and then as well. I would literally say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna." I am gonna.
And also, if that is the case, another thing I don't like is, so what did you say to the person when that person said that about me?
Exactly. Did you have my... Because I'd be coming to you saying, "Right, guess what happened? This person said da-da-da-da-da." And it wouldn't even be a case of "don't say I said," because I would have said back to them this, that, and the next. And when I tell Sian you've said this, you're going to... you know what I mean?
So, yeah. Just
go on. This wasn't in the list, but what do you think is a red flag in a friendship?
Not being loyal. Like, not standing up for me.
Yeah. When I'm not in the room. Yeah.
Yeah. What else? I think, yeah, just not, and yeah, just not being truthful, not being loyal, not being honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're But then
I think see, a red flag for me is secretiveness. I don't like secretiveness. Like, I just don't like you know, like Ricky, for example, love him to absolute bits and pieces, right? But he is the most secretive motherfucker on the fucking planet. Like, you just be like, oh, I like your pencil. Where'd you get it? And he'd be like, just from around.
yeah.
And you're like, what do you mean, just from around? Around where? And he's like, oh, just a place. Have you seen the? Did you want a cup of tea? And then all night you're thinking about the pencil.
Another red flag: white lies.
Do you mean white lies as in lies because they're kind?
No,
a white lie is told. Lies. When you say white lie, do you mean just a small lie?
I mean lies that you don't need to tell. Lies that are made up.
They're called what? No, they're called white lies. So it's meant to be like. So when someone says, "Do I look nice in this?" A white lie is, "Yeah, you look lovely." It's a lie that shouldn't matter too much, but it's to be kind.
Okay, then just like little silly lies that people don't even need to say, like don't even need to lie about.
That's the lack of genuineness, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as you find out someone said something that's untrue,
the people that say you're so real.
I'm so real. People tell me all the time, "You're so real." Sometimes I wish I wasn't. Sometimes I tell people way too much about myself way too soon. Literally, exactly that. But do you know what? Like, honestly, I just think, this is something. So we've known each other 10 years. I'm going to start goosebumping again. We've known each other 10 years, and honestly, I swear to God, not a day goes by that I am not just deeply grateful for our friendship. Like, deeply. I think about it all the time. Do you know, at the end of the call when I say, "I love you so much," do you know what I mean? Like, I don't just say words. I think I love her so much. What was that time that you heard me? I thought I was voice noting someone. Oh, what happened? And you heard me talking about you. I was so embarrassed.
It was a voice note. You sent me a voice note.
Meant to be to Mandy or something. I was like, I love her so much. I just love Sean so much. And I was like, oh my God, this is to Sean. Didn't mean that. I do. But you didn't need to hear that I talk about you like that when you're not here.
I love you so much.
But I think that is partly also why we are such a strong friendship, because it's not, neither of us take it for granted. So, like, me and Sean basically had a massive fallout. I don't think we don't even have time to talk about it, but it wasn't even a massive fallout. We basically, when Sean, I'm just going to tell it in a nutshell. When Sean was pregnant with Shawnee, who's now 4, I was pregnant at the time with twins. And we were having this like, oh, we're going to have babies together and they're going to be best friends forever. And then I miscarried. Sean carried on with her pregnancy. This was 4 years ago. Neither of us really knew how to deal with it. We just knew we wanted to keep hold of this friendship. So I bit back all my like trauma and all the things I was feeling. And Sean bit back all of her pregnancy and tried to like never talk about it and never, or like just only if it was really necessary. So we were both like, I feel like just how I would see that time in our friendship. We were blindfolded, like stumbling around, just trying to like hold. I was just like holding onto your arm, but I couldn't see you anymore. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I couldn't see who you were because I couldn't look at you because I couldn't be honest with you. So anyway, Shawnee was born, and it was going to happen over something anyway at some point. But this is what happened. Shawnee was born. We were in a group chat, and the phone rang. And it was Sean showing the baby to everyone all at once. I've never felt more like enraged. Like me and Sean have a very toxically healthy relationship. Like we're very possessive of each other. Like, very possessive. Right. So, and I had to like pretend to be happy. I was like, oh.
Your face.
If it was just me and you, I'd have been like, the fuck are you doing? Who the fuck is that? Who's that? What number is that? Do you know what I mean? If it was just me and you, because there was other people, I was trying to be like, hello. So yeah, anyway, we kind of went on for about a month?
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, how long did you name before you named her on Instagram?
I don't know, I can't even look either because it'll go off.
So that it would have been about 3 weeks, I reckon. We lasted after Shawnee was born. So Shawnee was born. We were still friends, and I was still there, and it just wasn't right. We were so honest with each other that this lack of honesty was just proper, like building this wall between us. But then Sean had decided Shawnee's name, not told a single soul in the world, not even the dad had she told, right? But she put it on Instagram and put Shawnee's name on it. And this story I'd been telling myself of Sean loves everyone more than me and she cares more about everyone else's friendship than mine just came to fruition. And I was like, oh my God, she's told everyone they all had a big meeting party to like, this is what Shanae's name's going to be. And then she put it on Instagram and she just hasn't told me, which is obviously not what happened. But anyway, yeah, I basically at that point, I was like,
She was like, I'm going to send you a big message, drop all your photos off that we've took of each other and defriend you is what she's going to do.
when I say a big message, I mean a big, big message.
Yeah.
I broke her heart and I knew what I was doing. I knew I was going to break her heart. I knew I was going to break her heart.
Did. So I then basically spent the next 3 years.
It wasn't 3, it was 2.
2 years.
Because it was just before Shanae's birthday that I came back on the scene.
Basically, you know what? Like, we saw each other once and then we never saw each other again. Bearing in mind, we lived literally
minutes from each other.
Minutes from each other. We saw each other once in Tesco, and she came up to me, and I was pushing the trolley with Shannon, and she was like,
"Are we just going to?" I said, "Are we going to say hello to each other? Or are we just going to ignore each other and pretend that we don't know each other?" And she didn't even respond. Can I have an answer? Because we're going to have to walk around the whole shop now. And she didn't answer. She just walked away. And then we had to walk around the whole shop. And every time we were in an aisle together, honestly, I couldn't help but do things like this.
And then at one point, I think somebody had phoned me, and then I was like, right, I need to get off the phone because it looks like I'm on the phone now because I've saw her. Get me off the phone. I'll speak to you when I get out.
And then I think we both were taking different routes around the shop to try and avoid each other.
Nice.
But then it's the same. We tried to play rock, paper, scissors the other day, and 5 times in a row we came up with the same thing. Rock, paper, scissors, damn it! Rock, paper, rock, damn it! So we tried to take different routes around Tesco, but because our brains are so similar, we just kept ending up in this same fucking place in Tesco. It's the most awkward I've ever felt in my whole life, that was.
I kept bumping into Jade, and then you'd send me like random messages.
After about a year, I realised, not the error of my ways, after about a year, I still know exactly why I fell out with her. Not fell out with her, but I know why the friendship ended when it did. But I started to miss her more than, honestly, like you know, there was a hole, there was a gap in my heart. Like, I would tell stories about it all the time, and I'd just be like, oh, and I had a new boyfriend as well, and it bothered me that I knew he understood how much I love you, but it just was bothering me. You don't get it. You don't get what's missing from my life, sir, that you're never going to fill this gap because she's so funny and just angry and full of life and just, yeah, so I kept kind of texting and I kept dreaming about you as well. I kept having these random dreams where we just sit and be like, yeah, this is why I did this and this is why I did that. And then it was just really boring and whatever else. So I kept texting and saying, look, you know, can it be water under the bridge? Or not even like water under the bridge. Can we at least just talk and sort things out? She was having none of it. But that didn't deter me, which for me, my rejection sensitivity is, it's right up there. If you even look funny at me, I'm like, ah, right then, if you don't want to be friends, we'll never speak again. But honestly, I just got to a point where I thought, she fucking 100% needs me as much as I need her. I know she does. No, there's no way she doesn't. And also, I feel like even though I was a dickhead of the highest royal degree, I feel like I did enough during the friendship to actually turn around now and say, no, you actually owe me a combo. Like, I know I was a dickhead, but we had enough good times that as a human, you owe me to sit down after this amount of time.
Can I tell them the text that won me over?
Yeah.
So the text message that will be, bearing in mind, like, she was like archived. So like, and I never used to know, you know, when your archive says like 1 or 2, I never actually knew that meant there was a message in there that was unread. I just thought it meant how many
people you've got in there. Yeah.
So for however long, anyway, this message was in there, and it said, hiya, I just wondered if it would be possible to get some bin bags. And
so basically, Sian had a big supply of bin bags, and I had a big supply off Sian of these bin bags, but they were running out. And I thought, you know, I'm going to be right cheeky. We hadn't spoke for 2 years, but
I found it so funny when I read it. I just thought that's funny as fuck. But I still didn't reply. And anyone that I told, they were like, no, that's so rude, or
so cheeky. And everyone that I told I was going to message her were like, Nehanda, that you literally dropped her from such a great height, and you've been out of her life for 2 years. Don't you dare message her and say, I know it's a bit awkward, but have you got any bin bags? And I did exactly that. I know it's a bit awkward, but I'm down to my last 2. That was what I said. I'm down to my last 2 bin bags. Just wondering if I could.
I enjoyed it so much that I was just like, okay. And then I think you sent like one last message.
Yeah, it was that was the one. It wasn't aggressive, but it was basically saying, like, you actually owe me. Like, as a human, I feel like you owe me, and I kind of knew that would get through to you because, like, even if we never spoke again, you did at some point. Even if we never spoke again from the point that we spoke and cleared things, or just let me apologise, that's what I wanted. Just let me say sorry to your face. Let me look at you and say, I'm so sorry for how much pain I caused you. Like, I'll never be able to.
The other factor in this is my kid's dad did not want us to be friends. He did not like our friendship. In fact, he was jealous. He was jealous of our friendship. He wanted what we had.
Literally.
He did. He wanted,
but put no effort or no attempt and no anything into being a good person to, you know what I mean?
So basically, I can't even remember what I messaged back or whatever at the time, but we decided to meet up. Oh my god!
You know what? Do you know, like in a like gay romantic way? Like, I can remember exactly what you were wearing. She was wearing an orange top, little blue shorts. I remember you had your nails done multicolours, which was very unlike you, and your toes matched your fingers.
Yeah. Oh my god! I remember that time he did those for me.
I know she did, because I remember you saying that.
But Nehanda was late, obviously, and
I'd only just started driving. I was lost.
But then she like walked over. We were over Marcus Drive, and I was in the middle of the field, and she like walked over, and it was just so like we were just both like.
I've never been more anxious in my life than walking over to meet Sian in the middle of that field, like, because I thought to myself, after I've said sorry, what are you going to say? What are you saying after that? Soz. Sorry. How's your baby?
I think really after that, like obviously I think not just after that, because obviously we've had conversations since being friends again, but I think that was the second chapter.
I think I learned a hella shit ton during that. Like, there's no one else in the world that I would ever be like. I wasn't groveling, but I would have grovelled if I thought that was what will win Sian over. I will grovel. Like, there's no other time in my life have I been so willing to be so vulnerable with someone, and over again put myself out there and put myself out there and put myself out there, because actually what's on the other end of this thing I want bad enough to go through this bridge of like unpleasantness.
Trying not to hurt each other so much that we were trying to shield each other from things, and we were trying so hard, but you know, and in fact, like, not even unfortunately, like, it did need to happen, and it
did 100% needed to happen. Dawn told me after we became back friends again that before she was like not scared of me, but like, I'm really overpowering.
You are really overpowering, but I wouldn't always be honest. And
I think you weren't taking me with a pinch of salt. That was what it was.
Yeah. And I think now I just, shut up. Like, she was here the other day, she moaned, oh my god.
Shut up. Like, I need to be like, so I need that myself. Like, I think, do you know what I mean? Like, literally, you are everything I need in a friend. Like, down to like everything. Like, the way that you can help organise me, the way that you don't take me seriously while everyone else in the world just seems to. Oh, hang on, this bloody jigsaw piece. There we go. Yeah, everyone else in the world, like, I've got a temper and it just goes up, and I'm not doing it on purpose. Like, in fact, I'm embarrassed. But see, if I do that, if anything, you'll be like saying to people, don't worry about her. She's not really angry. No, just tell her to shut up. And then people are like, oh, you can tell her to shut up. You're like, yeah, you just tell her to shut up, and she shuts up.
You'll be fine, trust me.
The thing is, people probably thought the same thing about you. Like, you've probably encountered a character, which is me, which is like the same version that people were meeting of you and being like, oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
so many people
I better not disagree with her, or.
Oh my god, I used to think you were so scary, and I'd be like, me?
Yeah, literally, it happened to me at the party the other day. I met loads of new people, and one of the lads that were there, every time I looked at him for the first 3 hours, I just make eye contact and he goes, sorry. And after 3 hours, I was like, mate, what's wrong with you? Why do you keep saying sorry every time you make eye contact? And he's like, no, you're just really scary.
Crazy.
And then I looked to his girlfriend, stood next to him, and was like, you don't find me scary, do you?
For me, I always think I'm like this. But actually, I'm always like this.
You are not frowning. That's what you're doing. You're not smiling, but you're just not frowning.
Yeah, it's just there's nothing there to give everything away. Yeah. So I do get it, but yeah, honestly, I'm not here trying to be scary. I'm ever so lovely.
No, do you know what it is? opinionated. That's all it is. Like, I'm not apologetic about my opinions. And I think that comes across to people like you're bullshit or like, but I want to hear yours as well. Whoever the person is I'm talking to, I want you to come back with as much passion as I'm giving you. Like, that is my dream. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's someone that responds with the same level of, do you know what I mean?
Like,
yeah.
Get into it if we're getting into it.
Rather than people being like,
oh no, I agree with you and everything you're saying. Bow down.
oh, I hate that. Can't, honestly. And you know when they're doing it as well.
100%. And I'm sorry, you can be friends with people that have different opinions.
Entirely different opinions, like
dress sense,
opposite.
Whatever, do you know what I mean?
I think me and Mandy are very good. Me and my little sister have opposite everything. We like opposite, even films. Like, apart from music, we like the same music. But other than music, we've practically got nothing in common. Like, at all. And we get on like fucking. In fact, our differences are what makes our relationships so very enjoyable, specifically with me and Mandy.
Then you are very opposites.
Very opposites. Very, very opposites. Oh, I've really enjoyed this. This was the episode that I specifically wanted to get to, just because, I don't know, I love and I love us, and I just enjoyed talking about it.
Yeah, I really think it's important if you have ever like fell out with a friend, even if you
don't have plans to re-friend. Is that what you were going to say?
Well, let's go back to that, because what we were actually saying, we ended up getting into the whole story because you're like, tell her.
Go on.
So I actually bumped into that friend at a rave. It was really random. Like, we just not long got to the rave. It rained really bad. And as we like,
when you look at someone's face and you just know something like core memory or monumental has happened for them. Like, I was like this, gun fingers. I turned around and looked at Sian and her face was like this.
So like, someone tapped me on the back, and honestly, I thought, who the fuck is tapping me at this motherfucking rave? Like, I don't want to, like, me and Nehanda were in our own shit. I don't want to know anyone.
Always in our own world. At the rave, it's our rave.
It was this girl that I was friends with, and honestly, like, I was just so shocked. I was shocked that she even spoke to me, to be honest, because like I've tried to apologise a couple of times before and not really like got anywhere. But then I think like we did hash it out somewhere along the line. I don't know. I can't really remember. A lot of my life is a fucking. Anyway, yeah, it was her, and I just think, yeah, like, even if you're not going to be like best of friends in the future, I think it's always important to just like clear the air, like
right your wrongs. And I mean that exactly as it is. Right your wrongs. Like, if you have done something, like the one I can never write is, do you remember with the job centre that time when I winged my coffee out the door and spoke to the staff member like an absolute tit, and I have no idea who I spoke to badly like that, and I can never write that. I can never go to that person and say, look, I am so sorry that I behaved so extremely in that moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it stays with you, but like, I think having the balls to go back to someone and say, do you know what? This might be why I did it, but I was fully in the wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
build you as a person. Really, it does. Even if your apology is not accepted, I think just releasing the, like, even if it's a selfish thing, you're releasing the guilt of the thing you've done. Like, we've all done shit. We've all done some shit. There is nobody that's perfect. Nobody.
All you can do is apologise, and that's what you have to do. You have to move on with it from there.
Sorry, I know we're not reading the comments, but Molly used to work with you, and she always thought she was such a funny girl. I love Sian. How lucky am I that she's my best friend?
Oh, thanks.
That was something I was going to say as well. So you were very surprised at that girl, who I'm trying not to say her name, but her name's so like specific. Like, when you say the name, I'm like, I know what happened. But what was I saying about that? Oh yeah, in your head. So it's like, I think often we tell ourselves stories when we don't have the actual information. So in your head, you had written a story about how she was feeling about you. Like, the idea that she would tap on your shoulder and say, hi Sian, like, let's have a hug and let's, do you know what I mean, was mind blowing to you.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's not mind blowing, but I think I wasn't expecting to see her there. I just wasn't. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't ready for it. I was, but I wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I really feel like a weight was lifted at that point. Like, you were able to just go.
Yeah, I think I was. I think I was. Yeah, it didn't feel like I owed her anymore. Like, I wasn't going to stand there apologising again. Like, I've apologised enough. Like, do you know what I mean? And I know, like, factually at this point, I am a better person now. You know what I mean? So like, it's not even like I'm still that person that's just been like a dick to all my friends and like I'm just getting drunk all the time and not dealing with my issues. But yeah, I do feel like I do think a weight was lifted, and I think like it is really like I went through a lot of like my teen life with her. Do you know what I mean? Like she was literally my
It
best.
felt nice for me to meet her. It felt like, oh, hello.
Oh, it's weird, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That you spend like portions of your life with people that you may not like be friends with forever, and like we've done some like mad shit together. Do you know what I mean? Like we used to drink a lot. We just so wild and crazy, and like you don't get to sit there and have those conversations. You know what I mean? Like reminisce because we're not friends anymore. But yeah, I'm definitely glad that like it was able to like. But I hope I'm obviously forgiven and.
No, you are. Stop saying I hope. I could tell from the energy off her face, off like you are, and that's what I'm saying. We tell ourselves these stories, and there you are back telling yourself a story that I hope I'm forget. You clearly are. Like, however old you were when that happened, she clearly is like, that girl doesn't exist anymore, but I still forgive her. I still forgive that girl.
Sorry. Hi, Lacey. I just need to say, like, Sean, it's Lacey. Hello, my darling. Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, I definitely do feel like I've been forgiven, and yeah, I think it was just nice to just be like, oh, you know, like
So if you see each other in the street, there's no.
Yeah, I don't think
No.
I've since then, have I?
No, and you probably never will.
Yeah, true.
Literally how it works.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like any like bad energy. I think that's the thing. Like it's bad energy. It's just.
I'm the same with exes. Like the idea that an ex is going around hating me, just because it's an ex doesn't mean that like I am actually cool with all my exes now.
Yeah.
I actually am. Like even the one that I wouldn't have been cool with.
Bad blood, unless you know.
There's no need, like especially in like for me, especially with an ex, you loved each other at some point, surely. Like and a friend, there's always going to be love there. I think if you ever love someone, you don't need to still be in each other's lives, but you certainly don't need there to be unpleasantness between you. Like that's why, like I kind of wish that I could sort things out with Ashara in that sense of like I don't speak to my eldest sister who we grew up together. Like it was just me, her, and my dad growing up, but we don't speak. And I don't think we would be particularly beneficial in each other's lives. But I really would like to just have some sort of clear the air. Like I just don't like.
Yeah, the animosity.
It's the unspokenness. Like it's like if you end up in a room with that person, could something pop off?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like nothing could ever pop off between us, ever, because there's nothing to be discussed.
Well, I was just about to pick my phone up and go have a pee.
See, this is what we wanted to get to. Do you remember the other day in Greg's? We were in Greg's the other day and I've completely forgot we were in public and we were in Greg's at Merry Hill. Shana was way over the other side of the shop and I just went, Sean!
Yeah.
I thought we were at home. I literally just hollered out and everyone was looking at me and all I was going to say was, can you get me some sugar? Oh no, it wasn't even sugar. It was something to do with when we get home, can we blah, blah, blah. I can't remember what it was. Right, we are running over and you need to pee. So let me do my little wrap up. So we're adding in a little segment at the end of every podcast. It's just, I ain't got a name for it yet, but like the vibe is positivity. So this week, I just tell me the most positive thing that happened to you this week. And down to, it could be you saw, I don't know, you found the back of an earring that you've been looking for, good piece of news, anything.
The snow.
I like that.
The positive thing, honestly, is the snow. It's got us out the house. It's got us having fun. It's got us laughing. Like, genuinely, the snow. Like, and Nehanda turning up on a little snowy day.
I did. I like to turn up at Sian's when she's not expecting me. Like, sometimes you have to phone and check if she's going to be in. But the snow meant that I knew she was going to be in, so I just turned up and... honestly, I didn't do it for that reason. I did it just because I want to see my friend. But the joy I got from making her that happy. Oh, and that's something in life I would say. Never curb your happiness because your happiness can make other people happy.
It's so true. So true.
And definitely, we don't ever dampen each other's shine. Like, I love to see Sian happy. I love it more than, honestly, makes me so happy seeing Sian happy. And that we just need to find relationships like what we've got. We've got a blueprint. So we just need to find a romantic partner that is able to be as kind and giving as we are to each other.
Yeah, and get on.
and get on.
Dumbass.
The thing is, the right person, hands down, will get on with you. And the right person, hands down, will get on with me. Because if we get on with each other, then our partners will like each other. But they have to. Otherwise, why'd you like me?
I am like the get on person. Everyone gets on with me. Unless you're a dick.
Yeah.
Then. Anyway, what's your positive?
My positive for the week is... I knew I thought of one. So the most positive thing that happened for me this week is going to seem so small and shit, but for me, it honestly, every time I think about it, I feel like the sun's glowing out of my mind. I can feel the sun glowing. So I was at a house party. This is so, I'm just going to show you as well. And I just overheard a little voice of someone saying, yeah, there's no straws though. And I could tell she really wanted a straw. And I just chimed in. I was like, oh, sorry, did you want a straw? And she was like, oh, you haven't got one, have you? We're like, we don't know each other. And I was like, yeah, I've got a straw. And I went to my bag and I pulled out, like, I had several straws, right? And then another girl was like, oh my God, have you got straws? I was like, yeah, babe. Gave her a straw. The girl's boyfriend hugged me. He was like, she's wanted a straw all night, love. You've made my night. Honestly, they were one step away from holding me in the air and fucking standing ovation. The night pretty much revolved around me from that point, and the straws, no, it didn't. But honestly, Sian, that is the do you know what? I just look, there's more straws here. Got issues. No, but I really enjoy being helpful. Really love to be.
Oh yeah.
To make someone's life easier. Like, and in a house party full of people, everyone was glad that I had straws, and that's my positive take from the week. Is I had straws and people needed straws and I provided.
Sorry, just everybody. I'm just going to highlight this because Zoe is right. She has got everything in that bag. She's got a bag for every compartment of her life. So she's got.
Shall we? We have a little bunny. In the bunny, there's tooth floss, matches, general sauces. You got your ketchups. You've actually got your tiny pack of playing cards. Do you know what I did today that felt really good? I sat and organised. You know, I like a bit of a key organised. So everything is on the main, which is the car key.
Right.
But as you can see, everything is removable.
Right, from the main.
So I've got you and my mum on one little snibble.
Yeah.
In here, my new little Radley pouch that I got from the charity shop.
Okay.
Torch. Pound thing for the trolley. Oh, and I attached my little Scotland thing to that as well that we got from the cute. Oh yeah, and it's in my cupboard in the bedroom. My house key is now on the little keyring that you got me for Christmas on the heart. So that's removable by there, if you see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's, and then you've got, obviously.
Where have you got all these little clippies from?
Just over time, people throw things away, and I don't let people throw things away, as you know.
Right, okay.
I've never purchased a single one of these clippy things. And also, this could, but it just is too much. You know, the bunny? The bunny's also got a clip on it, and yeah. I'd love it, but it's too much, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too much.
That's too much, isn't it? Yeah, it is too much, and that's okay. That is okay. Just while we're here, if birthday Santa was going to get you something that might be already on my keys, what colour would you want? Because
why are you asking me?
Because I know what the general, but if there was that colour or a funky one, because mine's a funky one.
Funky is in patterned.
This one's got like burgers and chips on it, and a milkshake.
Right.
Do you see what I mean? Like, would you want just like your standard?
Right, you know me, so you're just gonna know.
Okay, but you might. Well, yeah. If that's fine, you might have been disappointed that I didn't just get you a pink one.
No.
If I find one that I think is cool, I'm going to get one that's cooler. All right, fine. Lovely.
He's upgraded me and our friendship.
Well, I mean, it's been. Although, right, okay. So basically, I love penknives. Everyone I know, I've pretty much bought a penknife at some point. And Sean's like, "Why haven't you bought me a penknife? Why haven't you?" Hello. How many times have you stabbed yourself, Sean? How many accidental stabs have you done?
With injury. Yeah, with injury.
Broken the skin. How many times have you broken the skin? Twice. You said once.
No, I said twice with
Oh,
injury.
okay. I thought you said once with injury, and I was like, right. That's why my face was like that. That's a lie.
Okay.
You've stabbed yourself more than once.
I don't know if we can you even see that?
No, you can't. Yes, you can. Sean's not to be trusted, basically, with a penknife, but she has promised me, haven't you? You've promised me you'll be responsible. And I figure, being as she's like responsible for 2 whole humans, she's ready now to be trusted with a penknife. Honestly, if you cut yourself with this penknife, I am confiscating it.
I won't. I will not. I've learnt my lesson.
And obviously, Shanae's bloody obsessed with them as well, so keep it away from her.
Yeah, no.
I know you know that, but I've made her obsessed with mine. But now I'm going to give you one, so it's more dangerous. It's okay because I take mine away, but...
Sorry, I got caught up reading that.
Why do I need a penknife? Well, thank you for asking, person. One time recently, I was out busking and there was this guy, why do I need a penknife? There's 7,000 reasons why you would need a penknife. Anyway, recently, I was out busking and there was a guy who had a dog and the dog had no lead. So then there was this lesbian couple who went, and it matters that they're lesbians, they went to go and buy a dog lead for this man who had, well, he was using a shoestring to tie his dog up. So this lesbian couple went and bought this man a new dog lead, but they couldn't get the cable ties off. And I was like, hey, you guys. Hey, did you need some help? And honestly, the way I came in with this penknife and both of the lesbians were literally, I could see the cogs. They were like, oh my God, she's got a penknife. And we are like lesbians and we are DIYers. There were those kind of lesbians, you know what I mean? And they were jealous. They saw my penknife and how efficient and helpful I was. And they, honestly, there was an envy there. So that's why I need a penknife. Never seen scissors that small. It also has tweezers and toothpick and a nail file, and that bit's a screwdriver, and then that's a knife. And do you know why they're called pen knives? Because literally they used to be used to make, you know, quills.
Oh yeah.
Like they were used to like do the really sharp blade on a quill, so it's called a penknife because they were used to make pens. So that's that really. Yeah, we've actually stuck to the structure as well. We might be 23 minutes over, but we've stuck to the structure.
Right. Come on,
Yeah.
then. Pick it up, girlfriend, and then we can.
You need to pee, mate. Come on, you need to.
No, I'm waiting for you to wrap.
Don't say that. Say I need to pee.
I need to pee.
Right, Sean needs to pee, guys, so we are going to call it a day. Love you all. Thank you so much for sitting and being part of our chat, and we will see you at the same time. If you want to be here next Tuesday, 9 p.m, be there or be oblongular. Love you all.
Love you.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
It's a new day, sky's blue day, a little smile as